streaming for you? OBS and what?
OBS and Restream, which we're live, by the way.
Oh, what's going on, people? What's happening?
Your remote's on the floor if you wanna.
I got it.
Oh, okay. So you can.
Yeah, it's your favorite Misfits back in the building. Your boy Keith and Troy. What's happening? How y'all doing this day? Huh? A lot going on in the Axe world. Of course, you know we are in tune. We are at the pulse of the people. So what's been going on? Because I don't know what's going on.
There's been a lot going on.
Oh man, has it ever? So let's recap. It was Mother's Day this past weekend, and on my end, you know, we didn't do a whole lot. We kind of hung out right at the house. Yeah. Oh man, you see, I got the sleeper on tonight. And by the way, I love the sleeper. By the way, I got it not too long ago, and when I say not too long ago, I mean like this past week. And I have been using it every night. It Bluetooths, right? Now the one trick is what I don't understand is it flashes when it's connected. It will just flash. Now obviously I don't.
I was about to say you won't.
I don't see it, but I just happen to have it up like I have it right now, and I saw it flashing around the room. Like, what the hell is going on here? It makes zero sense. Now it makes me reluctant to want to travel with it because if I'm on the plane, it's flashing around the other people's face. People like, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? So I gotta find one that doesn't flash. But other than that, I like it because it Bluetooth has sound in it. And if you're one of those people that like to play sounds and stuff when you sleep, like rain or, you know, wind or fans, whatever it is you like to play, you know, I like it because I can do that, and then I hear it, and then I can just black out. And it's really soft and cushy. You know what I'm saying? Nice. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I go out. So with or without sound, I like it. So that was. I feel like Mother's Day was more for me than it was for her because I got all this stuff because I became a Temu fan. Okay, so I was always a Wish.com kind of guy, right? And then obviously Wish I don't think even exists anymore, but I've gone Temu crazy, especially since we got the grill out back, and then the wife she wants to order all these accessories and stuff for the grill, so. She looked more like the man of the house this past weekend because she wanted to grill. She wanted to go out there and just take over, and she was grilling it up and doing her thing. And so she was becoming a master chef because it's more of a griddle, so it's easy to cook on. So she's just going ham out there making all kind of recipes and whatnot. I ate Brussels sprouts for the first time.
Brussels sprouts?
Yeah. Huh? Brussels sprouts, and she had bacon and stuff like that together. It was delicious. It was like a asparagus meets cabbage kind of thing.
You can have it.
I had it for the first time in my life. It actually was pretty good. I can't complain, man.
No, thank you.
I ate it. She had that, and she had the thick cut bacon that she had cut up.
Yeah.
And she just kind of mixed it in there together. And I was just snacking off of it. I wound up taking it to work. Apparently, I was the only one that ate any, but it was good. So in 43 years, that was the first time I'd had Brussels sprouts, and I have to say it wasn't that bad. I would do it again.
So Lacey just commented and said, "Yeah, buddy." And I don't know if he's talking about the Brussels sprouts or what he's talking about. But this is, by the way, I put this up here and you didn't know it. This is episode 13. Oh no.
Just gotta hit mute. Let me do that for you. I'm gonna break the thing.
Not breaking
down. All you gotta do is hit mute.
That is mute.
No, it ain't mute. You just turn down the sound.
Oh, it'll be all right. Hey, Alexa, turn off the sound.
Alexa don't know you like that.
Yeah, look, watch.
See,
Alexa knows me.
Yeah,
because
but like I said, I got my sleeper and everything going on, and life is good, and it's been somewhat relaxing. Been a slow work week. I ain't got no sales this week. I'm going broke this week, but it's all good.
Aren't we all?
I got some rollover for the previous week, and life is good. You see, I'm yawning all night tonight, guys. I think it's the weather here too, because it's been raining like crazy here.
Yeah, it's been weird.
And I've been sleepy and everything else. And we didn't throw axes because it was Mother's Day.
Yeah, we took the weekend off.
We'll be back at it this weekend coming up. I think it's pretty safe to say you're going to take the crown at our local venue for sure.
Maybe. We'll see.
And but, man, how was your weekend, man? Talk to us.
Oh, man, it was good. Mother's Day, didn't do much. We went to, so her dad's birthday was yesterday, so we celebrated that this weekend.
Okay.
Went over there, hung out. I got absolutely trashed.
Man, how you get trashed on the birthday? It ain't even your birthday.
Bruh, let's just say by 7 o'clock I was hovering porcelain.
Oh man.
Worse than with you. Worse than our game
bad?
night. Oh, dude.
Jeez.
It was rough. And then Sunday was, I obviously, I was in bed and asleep probably by 8:15 on a Saturday night. And then Sunday obviously was Mother's Day. Keegan made her a bunch of stuff that he gave her from school and stuff, like keychains, stuff
cool.
like that. I got her a bunch of, little things here and there that I gave her as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing something to see if this works. Yeah, no, you're good. It's coming up. I'm just doing so we can clip and stuff. But Jimmy's actually about to head out to another cornhole tournament. He said, so whatever I watch, whatever I miss, I'll rewatch.
That's what's up.
Good luck at your tournament.
Yeah.
Throw them kill shots. We were actually talking about it not too long ago because he got some that were close to mine as well. So I need to get into it, but I don't have the time for it. But before we get in, so gave her stuff, and that was it, man. Didn't really do much of nothing. Kind of just hung around. Went over there again Sunday with her dad and hung out by the pool. I got burnt. Fun times. Then went to get ice cream with my mom and dad because that's what my mom loves to do is get ice cream, especially with Keegan. So we went and got ice cream. Then we went back over to her dad's and had they make these things at Target now called, they're like paintballs. It's like splatter ball or whatever it is. I don't know. They played that. I chilled in the pool, and that was pretty much it, man.
Oh, I forgot. We played the gel blasters. I shot the kids up with gel blasters.
Not the kids.
Oh yeah, well that's the only ones that gonna play. I lighten them up.
I know, right?
They told me up though, man. Like on
Did they?
Yeah, Saturday night. I'm gonna tell you what they did to me.
Oh boy.
I said we're gonna play. They took forever to come up and get ready, so we wound up getting late. So we really didn't even start playing until like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Right.
Now, outside my house, there's this little spot right next to it where it's it's just trees and weeds and stuff like that.
Right.
So I tell the kids I'm coming outside. Now I come outside and it's quiet. I'm like, I wonder where they at.
They ready.
And so I'm like, okay. So I'm kind of trying to peek around and look around and I don't see them. And then probably about 30 seconds, I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, are they here? So I pick up my phone to call my son to find out, man, are y'all even in the backyard? And then at that point, I started getting tattooed. Oh, snap. I mean, they had me in the open
Smart
space,
kids.
lighting me up. I was
what I
like,
like.
okay, that's how we playing? Okay. So I take cover and whatnot, and I'm trying to figure it out. But then they get smart, and they don't just keep firing for me to figure out where they are. They stop. And they wait for a second. And then I'll get a random shot. What the? Okay, wait a minute. So I think it's coming from that direction. I get hit again. I'm like, okay, all right, everywhere.
Yes.
Eventually, I figured out where they were. And I ran down on them and rained hell on them. And did not let up. I had them running for their lives, falling in the ditch.
I'm talking about.
Terrorizing the kids, keep messing with me.
So before we get too far, I do have to make a couple announcements. So anybody interested, this goes for anybody and everybody. June 1st.
Oh, yeah.
Iron Axe Society, Concord, North Carolina, is hosting a Tier 3 tournament.
Oh,
now, with this Tier 3, they are splitting it to an amateur and open, which doesn't really happen very often. They're giving the amateurs a chance to have a little more fun, a little more competition amongst themselves, and not have to feel the pressure of going open. They are also, Open Hatchet, the trophy is a Ragnar with the Nordic, I want to say it's Nordic, Nordic engravings, and they are also working on other trophies as well, so stay tuned for those.
That's dope.
They are also going to have a maker's booth and raffles. All proceeds are going to Richie, one of their league members and good friends that passed away That all the proceeds will go to his son. The Clean It Up Classic was their last tournament back in September.
Yeah, well.
And it was the largest Iron Axe tournament to date. They're going to do another one of those again for him and for his son. But they want us to try to make this one, the June 1st one, even bigger and better. So
you can come out to the Carolinas. You can make your way out, please, and I think you'll really enjoy it. It's kind of inside of like a mall kind of thing.
yeah, it's tough to see at first.
Once you go inside the building, you'll see. You can't miss it.
Yep. Once you go inside, you'll see it, and like I said, it's an awesome venue. Frank and Ashlyn are the owners. They are awesome people.
If you were at Worlds, you probably met them.
Yes.
Probably saw them.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows Frank from the Pit Crew Challenge and stuff like that.
You can't miss him. He's like a giant.
He's like 7'5". But yeah, they are awesome people, man. And if you have a crew, try to get up with some people, bring them down. It's one of those tournaments that, if you're looking for a bid, if you're looking for points, if you're looking for any of that, be there. I know I'm going. I will be doing hatchet and amateur hatchet and big axe, and trying to talk someone into doing duels. And with that, we got called out by a team that was at Worlds. Team Jacob and Nick Alexander. They called us out and want the smoke.
Nobody wants that smoke. I don't know why they keep doing this stuff. Nobody wants that. It's like a rap beef with 50 Cent. You don't really want that. You know what I mean? It's like a one-on-one with prime Mike Tyson in the street. You don't want that.
Speaking of, I still got to get my plane tickets for
That's right. You going to the fight.
The fight, yeah.
Jake Paul, who you got?
Honestly, man, it's all about the money, obviously.
So if they fight for real, who you got?
Oh, if they fought for real, like no gloves, no nothing, obviously Tyson.
No, I'm talking about like with the gloves.
You talking about actual boxing?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd have to go Tyson, man. Tyson's just got the experience. I know he's old,
How would you
but
think about that? A 60-year-old Mike Tyson still puts fear in the hearts of an average man. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean,
Jake Paul can actually box now.
Yeah, he can box. But like I said, if you're just going pound for pound, fighter for fighter, you got to go Tyson, man. And if you think
60 years old, still got people be like, I'm good. I ain't gonna jump on it.
I watched some of his training videos and stuff, and dude,
he looks ferocious.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting the dude with the little. He's got like the body pad, and he hits dude, and he like lifts off the ground. He's like gasping. He's like,
can you imagine that dude like Mike Tyson seeing you in the street somewhere and you get into a fight?
Right.
I see you. And so I say, what happened? A 60-year-old man beat me up. Yeah. No 60-year-old man beat me up. Mike Tyson beat me up.
I wouldn't say the age. I'd just be like, yo, Tyson beat me. But yeah, man. So I'm ready for that too. But yeah, so if you can make it to the tier 1 or tier 3 June 1st. Be there, and bring people with you. It's going to be a fun tournament. They're trying to do most of it in one day. So they're going to try to do amateur and then once that's done, immediately start open. Once that start, immediately do big axe. And once that's done, immediately start duels. So.
Oh, by the way, don't forget this episode is brought to you by Web Western. Please go on Web Western, check it out, and use promo code Epic Misfits. You always be forgetting to plug us.
Well, that's because I don't even know if it's even up there anymore.
You think you lost the thing? Come on,
dude,
man.
We haven't bought anything since I bought the hats, bro. We got to find something better.
Well, look, that ain't bad. We just didn't promote it. Yeah. They have beautiful hats.
They do have great hats, I will say.
Get that promo code back up there.
I mean, I'm sure it's probably still up there. I still get the emails from the.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, but absolutely. For now, go over there and let us know if you type in Epic Misfits. Does it 10% off?
I think so.
Yeah, let's see what it give you. Holler at us. Let us know how it go. We ain't got no money from them before because we don't never promote nothing because we're terrible. Is what happens.
Yeah, we're very terrible.
Well, speaking of ambassadors, I guess we might as well talk about.
I know it's up there on the thing. The elephant in the room.
Now, we had vowed we weren't going to talk about it until it had been resolved. In my opinion, it's pretty much been resolved as far as from a public perspective. It doesn't look like a lawsuit is coming. I hope not, at least.
We hope not. We're not trying to get any legal out of this.
Yeah.
We're just doing it for fun.
But
not really for fun, but we're just gonna, do what we do, talk about things, open up the bag. And before we do that, I got a little cutaway thing we can go to quick.
All right, so when we come back, we'll take the suspense away.
Yeah, we'll jump into it.
Oh dear Lord, that's classic. Oh dear Lord, that's classic.
All right.
We're back just that quick. We want to give you a quick excerpt of what was going on at Worlds. Man, Worlds is one of those things, like, anytime you deal with Waddle, there's always some good takeaways, things you love, and some things you wish they could do better, right?
Yes.
And I think it's even more so for us because as a small sport, most of us feel like we are behind the scenes to a degree.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely.
So we kind of get to see how the sausage is made, that kind of stuff. And but to the outside person looking in, it's cool.
Yeah, I finally had time to sit down and make up some stuff, and I got some more coming. Shout out to Brandon Elliott and Sean Daniels who were in that one as well. A lot of fun watching them and hanging out with them. The one picture was of Brandon and his award that he received for Axis and Allies. Shout out to them as well. But yeah, so I guess we should just crack it open and dive right into it.
All right, so like I said before, we weren't going to talk about it until it seemed like it had been resolved, but it looks like there's a public apology been come out, and it's been addressed, and it's dealing with a shock to the Axe community. One of the makers, the prominent Axe makers, Mirrored Edge.
Yes.
And now,
I have to, like I said, I was trying to cover it up earlier, but it's right. I have the sticker right there.
Oh, the sticker.
Yeah, it's right there.
So,
on the back, but
here's my thing. I don't understand part of the controversy. I mean, I do, but I don't. So part of it, tell me when I'm wrong. Well, I'll tell you what. You tell me what the issue is, and then I'll tell you why I'm confused. Go.
So I've got a lot of feelings in this one.
Okay, but what was the crux of the issue?
All right, so the issue was there has been a couple factories or companies that Waddle has banned from allowing people to purchase from. Urban-X, Hatcha, whatever it is. There's a couple other ones. I'm not 100% sure on all of them. I can pull it up if we need to. But basically, those were the main ones. So basically, what they were doing is they were making the same axe at a different price and basically ripping off Waddle. From a business standpoint, they can't. Waddle does have trademarks on their axes. So that technically, I mean, if we went and bought one from them, and it was somehow to be said or found out, then we could have got legal action pushed on us or anybody. So, like, if anybody goes and buys a Hatcha axe, you're technically buying a replica of a Waddle axe. So, if it was a king, you're buying a king that, and then that wasn't even really the main issue. That was part of the issue. The second issue was that Waddle had was the advertising. Mirrored Edge said that it was a legit Waddle axe that was profiled. And I think that's where the biggest issue came. And that's, I believe, the biggest issue that Waddle had. I did read through it, look at it a little bit, but, it's tough because I've talked to Travis many of times. I've talked to Drew. I've talked to Jimmy. Like, we talk to them all the time. Damian, the Iron Giant, all of those guys who are basically Mirrored Edge endorsed, I guess you could say, or just 100% Mirrored Edge. And I know a lot of people within the community have Mirrored Edge stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing that they have banned are kings or queens.
The heads.
the heads
Right.
that have no badge on them.
Got it.
Now, here's my only issue with that. And again, I'm trying to figure out what to say because I don't want Mario or any of them to get mad. But really, how can you tell if it's another manufactured axe? If you bought a Waddle head, and what does 90% of makers, 99% of makers that we see post, what do?
Profile it.
They profile it, and then what's the next thing they do?
They grind out.
They debadge it. Mm-hmm. So how do you know and how do you verify who's done what, who's bought, which I know they investigated. Waddle investigated and found out, the company literally said, hey, we have made this axe for Mirrored Edge.
So wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I can understand why Waddle might be a little bit perturbed because they said, "Hey, you're basically bringing in an outside company's axe, right?" But I'm kind of wondering, like, damn, like you really trying to make it so exclusive that a person can only use a Waddle product to play in your sport, right? Is that basically what we're getting down to? Because if you're telling me that I've got one that met the specs. It meets the specs. It's not too wide. It's not too, anything too thick. Whatever your concerns are, the weight is good.
Right.
And so I'm just trying to understand, why do you have an issue of where I made it? Because people have custom axes.
Yeah. Yep.
What's his name? Tisco? The axe he throws, it's not a Waddle axe.
Nope.
So what's the difference between him being able to throw his non-Waddle axe and me going to go buy another non-Waddle axe?
So I think the problem comes as Waddle has a patent on all of their axes.
I got that. So here's my thing. I don't think the patent is violated whenever they here's the thing. If I had made that axe and put Waddle's name on it, right? Then I can see you saying I violated your patent. But if the patent is truly violated, then these companies need to go out of business as a whole because they can't make the axe at all. You see what I mean?
Technically, yeah.
And if that be the case, then that's the real problem. It's not Mirrored Edge as a whole from that perspective. Now, again, I can understand why Waddle would have been upset if he said, hey, this is a Waddle axe that I profiled down, and he didn't, right?
Right.
I can see that being the first issue from a Waddle perspective. People who, to me, I look at it from a customer base, right? I'm wondering, why do you care? I understand why Waddle cares because Waddle feels like they got a little money taken from them.
Yeah.
But why do you care? You got a quality axe head. I've never heard anybody tell me my axe head shattered. It was dull. It was fucked up in some way. Like, it was great. Everybody who had who has a Mirrored Edge axe always says it's well balanced. It throws well. It's profiled well. It sticks in the wood. So I don't understand the outrage from the average customer other than just be jumping on the bandwagon. You know what I mean? I get Waddle's perspective because to a degree, but I just don't understand the average person. If you got everything you asked for, which was a quality axe, profiled, what more are you really asking for?
Mario said that you have engaged in unauthorized use of Waddle's registered trademarks in your
No.
marketing.
I get that part because he was saying it was a Waddle axe.
You know,
he didn't say it was a non-Waddle axe. He was saying it was a Waddle axe head that was stripped off. Okay, I got that part. So I get it. Like I said, I see it from Waddle's perspective, but I'm asking for the average customer. Now, the average customer, I can see you saying, okay, man, that's like me saying I wanted to buy a Gucci bag, right?
And you get a fake.
But I got a fake
you
one.
got a
but usually, why do
goo bag.
Right. But usually, why am I upset that I got a fake Gucci bag? Because the quality's not there. Right.
So, me personally, and this is why I said I didn't have an issue with it. And it is because it's only one or two heads that was really used. It's not like Mirrored Edge went out of their way and lied and faked to everybody. I mean, they did do some false advertising, but let's be honest. What business, what company, what brand has not done false advertising? And I hate to say this, and if my buddy Greg's watching, he says that's my favorite thing to always say. I hate to say this,
and then you say it, right.
But didn't Waddle just misadvertise for Worlds?
How so?
About payouts? all the way to 17th.
But didn't they pay out 17?
No. Well, yes, but they afterwards, yes.
I mean,
I think it was, but they made it right, right, which they're doing with this. So I mean, I get it, but everybody makes mistakes. You know, I don't know if this was more so a mistake or.
Look.
You know, the thing of it is, I think a lot of people feel used that they, you know, and I
they got played a little
right, but at the same time, what business doesn't go in and try to, and I don't know if that's what Mirrored Edge did or not, but what business doesn't go in and say, hey, I could get this axe from Waddle for $600, or I could go to this place and I could get 50 for $600.
Yeah, I think
you know what I'm saying.
I think the biggest mistake he made was saying that it was Waddle. Had he just said, "Hey, I've got these axes," and didn't call them kings, right? And say, "Look, hey, this is my axe that I have,"
yeah,
and kept and reserved the right to not say it was a king, that probably would have kept him out of trouble.
Yeah,
and I think it was when he used the Waddle names that got him in trouble.
I think so too.
But I will tell you, I am probably going to get thrown under the bus by others. I am not necessarily jumping ship off of Mirrored Edge. I believe it was a setback in the business practice. I believe it's going to be a lesson learned, and I believe that they are going to bounce back from this, and they are still going to be a prominent axe maker. I think it makes perfect sense that they probably will take a hit to the business. Absolutely, I can see it happening.
I don't even know if they'll take a hit to the business, honestly.
I think it will because he's got to do a lot of remakes. So while he's doing remakes, he can't make new money.
And see, that's where I don't know how many remakes he has.
Well, he said he's going to probably get a bunch of.
Because yours is actual Waddle head.
It might be. I really didn't look at it. To tell you the truth.
I'm pretty sure it had the logos on it.
Well, I really don't
even
know.
If not,
I gotta be honest with you, I didn't really care because I was throwing like fire with
it.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can't tell the difference. But
if it's technically a banned axe, like for instance, my handle cracked, I would actually still get it redone and attempt to throw it. And if they told me I couldn't throw it, then fine, it'll just be an expensive souvenir that I have. Say, look, this was
they did say that handles were fine, everything else was fine. I don't think it has anything to do with the big axes. I don't think it has anything to do. I think it's just kings and queens that were from that company.
Well, I don't want to sit here and make a whole bunch of excuses for the guy and say, hey man, you know, it ain't so bad. Let me put it in perspective. If you feel slighted, then absolutely that's your right to feel slighted.
Yeah, of course.
To tell you not to feel slighted. I can understand the business practice, and I do feel like the only flaw in my mind was that he said, hey, this is a king. Had he just left that advertising out or that portion of it out, he'd been able to continue to throw what he's throwing, right? Because again, him having a different head and that may look like it is no different to me than somebody who goes and get a completely different head and they throw in the sport. So, and I do believe mistakes happen. Overall, I think they're a good guy. Came up short, tried to come up, and he just happened to do it the wrong way. And but it's okay. Like I said, he's still gonna get love from me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna throw him under the bus. I'm not gonna be on any forum talking negatively about him.
Not.
I feel like, hey, you know what? It's a setback. As a unit, as a team, and we'll stand by him and push him to go forward. And
so we got a couple comments. So Brandon said, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. I believe Mirrored Edge will be fine. Jacob said, mine did end up being a fake. When I bought it, it was advertised as a QA fail. The supposed replica is by far way better quality than a QA
fail. Yep.
Waddle axe anyway.
Now I will tell you, we threw a QA fail for a while, and it was very good for us, by the way.
Oh yeah,
and
I still do.
Yeah, I actually traded my QA fail for the one that I have, so it's very possible some of you guys really do have a QA fail. But again, like I said, I think the biggest flaw was that he advertised it as a Waddle product and probably should not have. Well, not probably, he shouldn't have. But overall, he still had a great product in the first place, if that makes sense. I think it's just I can definitely understand from a Waddle perspective of saying, hey, you put my name on something and it technically wasn't mine. I don't get no money off of it. I'm not getting no kickbacks off of it. You didn't actually buy my product and I got paid off of it. You modified it. You bought somebody else's product, pretended it was mine, and then I get left out of the equation. So from a business perspective, I can completely understand why Waddle is upset. Not as quite understanding as to the average customer why they would be upset because you got a really good product and none of you had a flaw in your product. So for you, I would feel like, damn, you should feel like you did good. You know what I'm saying? Only injured
Right.
party in this thing is Waddle. Absolutely. And again, I don't fault Waddle for being upset. Absolutely not. To me, it was just a regular customer. I'm like, what the hell are you mad about? Like you got
Yeah.
something good. And unless you felt like you should have got it cheaper, I guess. But to me,
Maybe.
the quality was there. You until they said anything, you felt you had $1,000 axe, didn't you?